Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. This week we thought we would give you just a little overview into what the channel is. So our Narrowboat home is about living on board a narrowboat full time. It's also about where we are at the moment, which is a little bit of marina life. It's also a bit about cruising as well. As you know, at the moment we are in lockdown and we are not able to cruise. Before that we were in tier 4, so basically we don't know at this point when we'll be able to get out and do any cruising, so it's going to be marina based for quite a while. We also do a little bit of DIY on our vlogs because Sapphire is quite an old boat, so lots of things are wearing out and needing to be replaced, and other things just need an uplift or refurbishment, so that's what we're doing. There will be a little bit with the engine as well as we go along. There are also some bigger jobs coming up as well, so hopefully we'll be able to film those. We also think that it's nice to include a little bit of a humour in our videos as well. So we do have Captain Jeffrey, and he features in some of our videos, not all of them but just some of them, and we just think sometimes when we capture him just being Jeffrey, it's just a little bit of good humoured fun, and I think at this time especially we all need to have a little bit of a laugh every now and again. The other thing I'd like to mention as well is thank you very much Gary Captain Phillips. He is just an absolutely diamond guy. He's just been so helpful to us with being new to vlogging, and Gary is a seasoned vlogger, and he's very good at what he does. We really enjoy watching his videos, and we have vlog nights where all our favourite vloggers will sit there and we will watch them, and we thoroughly enjoy Gary's vlogs. So I will attempt to leave a link in the description for you, and if you haven't already checked out his channel, please do, because it is really good. And if you again like dogs, you will love Chip and Dale because they are absolutely cute as anything. So check that out, and I hope you enjoy watching Gary. Also to Boatman Benjamin, we really enjoy watching their channel too, and we have got our new Boatman Benjamin mug, which is very nice. So this is the very first of our collection of other narrowboaters vloggers mugs, so number 1, and I'm sure there'll be lots of other mugs that join our little collection like other boaters like to do. So yeah, we are going down that route as well. So that's the first one. I'd also like to give a shout out to Life Aboard Amy Jo as well, because we follow those two. So anybody that we have given a little shout out to, I will leave the link in the description for you, and you can click on and explore those for yourself. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. It really means a lot to us, so thank you so much for that. I've had lots of really great comments and constructive comments as well, so it's always good to receive those too, and I take everything on board. At the moment I'm a little bit stuck because I've got very limited equipment, and hopefully later on this year I'll be able to get a new laptop and some new software and microphones and everything to make a completely new setup. So I'm hoping that the quality of everything will improve. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Please continue to follow us, and we're hoping to bring you some really nice stuff in the future. So I will say goodbye for now and see you in the next one. As the days ticked by, October was a month of sunny spells, moody skies, wind, rain and rainbows. The busy little spiders had decorated hedge, tree and boat with their delicate bejewelled webs. The sunrises are getting later, and there's an autumnal chill in the air. Some of the trees are transforming their green cloaks for gowns of coppers, crimsons and golds. Acorns are ripening and there's an autumnal chill in the air. I came out by myself. Everyone else was having a lovely lie-in, including Geoffrey, who barely opened his eyes as I got my shoes on. It was one of those mornings you wish time would stand still. It was just so perfect. Gentle ripples play with the reflections, making them dance. Scarlet hips and berries are ripening in the early morning sun. The air was fresh and crisp, with blue skies, morning dew and mill pond waters. Back aboard Sapphire, there still wasn't much movement, so I stood on the jetty for a while, amusing myself with a topsy-turvy world of squabbling seagulls. I could have stood there all morning, but sadly it's time to break the spell. So it's time to empty the toilet cassette. There are 3 main types of toilet on a narrowboat. With a pump-out toilet, waste is held in a waste tank under the toilet that needs to be pumped out, usually at a marina or other services. Compost toilets separate the waste. The liquids can be poured away safely, while the solids compost and can be disposed of easily. With a cassette toilet, the waste is collected in small cassette tanks. These are emptied at a Nelson point. On average, we empty our cassette toilet every 3 days. While Richie's emptying the cassette, I take a walk around the back of the marina workshop. There are always interesting and unusual boats here, waiting for all sorts of work to be done on them. Tattenhall Marine is a really friendly place, so it doesn't take long before you bump into somebody for a chat. So I leave Richie chatting. I have to get back to Sapphire because there's still more jobs to do. And while Geoffrey settles down for his morning snooze, I have some leftover vegetables, so I'm going to make some soup. Firstly, wash and chop the vegetables, then pop them on a roasting tray with a little olive oil and roast them until they're slightly blackened. Cook the lentils in a little water until soft and then drain off the excess liquid. Soften the onions in a pan with a little butter. Then add the lentils, tomatoes and peppers to the pan with a little water. Gently heat through until almost boiling, and then it's time to blend. Adjust the seasoning at the end, and there you have it, an easy quick lunch. We had a quiet afternoon for a change, so Richie puts his feet up and watches the football. Just as the mornings were drawing in, the evenings were too. And this evening, the starlings chose to roost in the reeds next to Sapphire. Little did they know, in the next few weeks, they would lose 2 or 3 of their usual roosting sites. This evening's sunset was a rather moody one as dark clouds began to roll in. And when we're in need of some really good weather to do another job, guess what? We're deluged again with heavy rain.
Well, the weather outside is appalling, absolutely appalling. So we're going to have to work in this little space here, because normally we take things out onto the jetty, there's plenty of room to cut. But today we'll put some shelving up. The job's been delayed for 2 weeks because of all the excitement with the boiler bursting. So we'll do the best we can in difficult circumstances, which you quite often on a boat find yourself in. There's never enough room. Good luck. Saws. Luckily I've got a couple on board. Not worth battling with a saw that's worn out. So that one is for the bin and I'll replace it, but that one is a good one.
It's a rather small one, Mr. Roberts.
It's fine, it's fine. It's going to do the job a lot better than the other one. So my advice would be, if you can, keep a couple of spare saws. Or blades if you're using a jigsaw, or of course I could get the electric jigsaw out, but this will do. I prefer to use hand tools. Right, onwards. Sometimes you don't have the tools you need to do the job, and you have to make do with the best you can, which in my case here is a file. Ideally we just run a plane right the way down, a small handheld small plane, but I haven't got one. we've had to break out the jigsaw. We've got to cut an access for the pipe, and the easiest way to do that, rather than chisel that section out, which is the other way to do it, is to drill a hole and then run the jigsaw blade through, and then just run it down, and then maybe file that smooth. It just is the easiest way to do it, so let's do it. Right. You just end up with tools and sawdust and mess everywhere, and really the secret is to keep putting things away behind you. So now I'm going to be finished with the jigsaw in a minute. That can go away, then I'll find I'll need to get it back out, then it will go away, and then we'll end up hoovering up about 20 times. But it's just the nature of working.
Chaos in small spaces.
Yeah. Right. Carry on. Right, everything's lined up by eye. I've made some measurements, but of course nothing's straight. So it's the cup of tea test. It's the cup of tea test. So I can't see the level of the tea altering when I put it on there. So I declare that straight.
After all that hard work and mess, the shelves are done, and I think they work really well. A well-earned rest is needed. Time to settle down and listen to some music for a while. Our new fire is working well. Its dancing flames lick along the burning timber, and there's the soft scent of wood smoke in the air. The evening light was a beautiful blue, so I decided to nip out and take some photographs. I do hope you like them. Back aboard Sapphire, everything is quiet and peaceful and good in our world. So take care, keep safe, and see you again soon.